Welcome back to the Girl Cave. I have 3 pictures from my trip to Europe, and I had these in a very simple page kit. So basically all I had were my pictures and this sheet of paper, which I was going to use for a layout at one time, and I cut it in half and then I decided not to, but it will be perfect for this paper, these pictures. I also had in my kit some notes. So I know that at the title I want to use run because we were running to catch our cruise. We were the last ones on the cruise in Italy. And I wrote that I wanted to showcase the paper with the clocks and the layout. So I had included 2 possible layouts that I was interested, and it was layout number 10 or number 7. So this one number 10 and this one here for number 7. So they're basically the same. The only difference is this one is the whole sheet of paper, and then this one is, you have like, that looks like to be like 11 by 4 and then 11 by 6 here. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to approach it, but they have the same type of layout. Okay, so that's going to depend on if I want to use the other side of the paper, then I would do that one, or if I want to save another piece of this and then just go through my scraps and see if I can find another sheet of paper that would work for this. So looking at this paper, I would want to look in my scraps that are maybe yellow and maybe blue, because I also wrote on my note that my mood and theme, obviously travel and running late. And for my clusters, I was going to look into my tags, tickets, maybe if I had some sneakers. And I also wrote a note to trim my pictures 4x3 and mat them, because there's a lot of wasted space in these pictures and it's difficult to scrap horizontal pictures. So this one right here, all I need is that part of the picture where they are waiting for us at the ramp onto Royal Caribbean, and this one right there. So I can trim these to a 4x3 size. Then when I went through my embellishments, I went through this one here. It's called My Mind's Eye, and it's Lost and Found. And I saw that they had quite a few things that had to do with a train, because we were late because we decided to take the train in Italy, and the trains in Italy are very relaxed. They don't usually leave on time. So, and it's kind of like that teal color between a blue and a green. So I'm going to look into my scraps to see if I can find anything else in that colorway. And then from that embellishment kit, I also picked out some labels that I could use. And again, anything that I saw that I might be able to use for my embellishments, I picked out. Not that I'm going to use all of them, but it gives me some ideas. Okay, here's a ticket, although it says 50 cents. Here's a circle. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to use quite yet. I have the tickets from the train, which, look, I know it's Lazio, but you could really say Lazio, and that's probably why they were late, because they were lazy. Okay, then I have some Project Life cards that I have a ton of, and I went through them to see if there were any that I could possibly use. So I like this one. I might even just layer it behind a picture, or maybe even behind the journaling card where I'm going to do my journaling and picture this. I'm not really sure if I'm going to journal here or do an embellishment cluster there, but at least I have that. I like this one that says life does not have to be perfect to be wonderful. And I think it picks up a little bit of those colors. I have this one, quote and quote. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it, but if I did, it would be for this picture right here, because as we were running, my husband's asking me a question and I'm saying, I can't speak right now. I was running, like running. Details here, I could probably use that for my journaling. And then I have these two journaling cards that say the same thing, but one is a vertical and one is a horizontal. And it says capturing one little moment in time. I like that. And here's another one that says details. And then this is the really good stuff. So I'm not really sure I will use them, but it gives me the option to do so or not. I also knew that I had a sneaker in my stickers. I knew I had one, but I went through all of my old stickers to see if I could find another one. And this is all I found. I have this one, which is from I believe I got these at the dollar store. But that, I don't think that sneaker is gonna go with this color. And then I have this one, which is, I think this is Francis Meyer. It doesn't say the year, but it's very, very old. And it says Brandon, but I could just use that part of the sneaker. So that's why I'm thinking I'm gonna have to look into my blues to pull more of that color if indeed I want to use that in one of my clusters. I also have a little baggie of other random traveling embellishments, and I really like that little tag that says traveler, so I might be able to use that. I pulled out some words that have to do with traveling as well, so I could probably use some of these in my finishing touches. I have this sheet. I don't think I would use this one, but I pull it out just in case. Then I have these, which I had found at the Dollar Tree as well. And when I saw this, I arrived on time-ish. I really, really want to use that in my journal, in my layout. So these are novelty stickers. It says just because adulting is hard. And I don't know why I bought them, but I love them. Like I drove without swearing. I didn't hit snooze, went to bed before midnight, did not binge watch. I ate a vegetable. I didn't quit today. That's very appropriate. I paid my bills on time. I made my bed, took only one selfie, didn't lose my keys, which I lose my keys very often. I got dressed, and this one I arrived on time-ish. That goes well with this layout. What else did I have? I had this from Creative Memories. It's called Gallivant, and it's a few of these stickers I could probably use for my clusters. These little, what are these? The location little, I don't know the word for those things, but those always come in handy, like for travel. There's a camera, you can always use a camera. I wouldn't use this one because it has the passport and the plane. And then there's a little train right there. I could use that. What else? There's a few words here that maybe not. Departure. Let's go. Oh my gosh, look. We're here. I was going to use these tickets to write my title, which was going to be Run, but looking at this, we're here, I could probably use this as my title because it's very appropriate, and who knows when else I'll have the opportunity to use that. So I might use that as my title. Let's see. That's it from this packet right here. So I like to start with everything kind of neatly. All right, so I'm going to keep all of my stickers here to the side. And my embellishments. I'm going to keep my layout up front because I need that inspiration. So I'll keep it here. I have my pictures. I'm not sure if I will incorporate the tickets, but just in case, I'm keeping them close by. So I'm gonna put all of these little embellishments to the side right here. And the first thing I'm going to do is trim my pictures 3x4 and go through my scraps really quick. I wonder if I have teal. Let me see. Do I have anything? Okay, so this is all I have for those colors, and I'm looking really quick and I don't see anything that I like. I just have a plain cardstock. I'm not really sure I would want that. I can find something that I like better. What about this one? This one might work, but then would I be able to use my sneaker? Where's my sneaker? Probably. Probably. I also have this one. Let's see. Let's see if that, I would like that. I mean, I think I could use that. Yeah, I think I could use that. Even though this is more of a primary color, but there's so many colors in here that I think I could use it. Okay, so I might use that because I've had this piece of paper for a while. Even, is this a 12x12? This does not look to be 12x12, and that's probably why I had it with my scraps. So let's see, this looks to be like it's missing something. What size is this? This is a 12x11. So that means that I'm going to be using this layout right here. Okay, so I'm going to have the clock paper. This will be my 10x11, and then that will be my cardstock, which will be white for the background. I'm not really sure. That's going to be really dark. See, this is where I struggle. What? Could I use that? I'm going with that side better. Okay, I made my choice. So I'm going to pause the camera here while I trim my pictures and mat them so that you don't have to sit here and watch me do that. I'll be right back. So I trimmed my pictures and I have them matted. I also trimmed this one to 6x11. I'm going to place this one on the bottom. So I'm going to use my T-square here to mark a 1 inch from the bottom, and that's where I'm going to layer this. And then I will use the green side for this. And it has a little wrinkly spot right here, so I'm gonna place it to the bottom so that it'll be covered with a picture or journaling card anyway, so it'll be fine. What did I do? Excuse me. All right, this is real live scrapbooking. Yeah, I forgot that I only wanted like 4 inches of this, so I'm just gonna tuck it underneath this one, so then the wrinkly part really won't show at all. Let me lift this one up a little bit more. I'm like, what? How did I run out of space? Because I want like 1.5 inches header at the top. So does it look like it needs to go down on this side? All right. Oh my goodness. Now I really have a wrinkle there, but if you look at my layout, it'll be covered. There's going to be a cluster right there. I have this one. I said I wanted to use more of that blue, so I think I'm going to go with that. And let's see how it looks if I place it directly on the paper. It has that little, I like that. Or do I want it on white? I'm good with this. So I'm gonna place it. I'm gonna keep extending it because I want more of this washout to go throughout. So I'm gonna, like right there, it would be centered. Maybe do it on top of the green so that I don't see the clocks. Let's try that. That's one thing I like about washi, is that you can move it around. It's not completely permanent. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, so that'll be good there. And then wrap it around. And I'm using, look at this. This is some, shall I call it ugly, Christmas paper that I had, which is really good quality paper. It's very thick and the back is completely white. So I'm using that instead of white cardstock because you never know, you might just run out of supply with this whole shelter in place, which is turning out to be really good for my spending freeze because I've not gone shopping. So I'm doing great. Okay, so I want to keep this out so that I can look at it. All right, so what's next? Play with my pictures. That's what's next. So I want my 3 pictures. Like that. My poor baby. Let me tell you, we were there in the summer. It was July, June and July. And it was 104 when we were in Rome, 104 degrees. My boys were dying, just dying. And then we had to run because we decided to take a train from the port to, we went to the Vatican City and the Colosseum. And well, the train was a little late and we were the very last people to board on the ship. Lucky for me, my 2 oldest sons just ran. We told them, just go, run as fast as you can and tell them to wait for us. My husband didn't want to run ahead with them because he wanted to stay with me because I have a heart condition. And he goes, oh my gosh, this woman is just going to. So he kept asking me, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, I can't talk right now. Just let me get there. You can see my ponytail running, and the poor baby, oh, he was so tired. We had so much fun on that trip. All right, so something like this. I can put this one on top. And my cluster base. We're here. I have my piece of wax paper so that I don't stick this down until I'm certain where I want it. So that's a large one. Here's my next large one, and I have this sneaker. And it still looks like a sneaker. All right, it's my trash can. So here are my 3 main pieces. I'm gonna put this away because I'm not gonna use that right now. All right. Oh wait, I wanted to use this one too. Okay, so when I look at the sketch, they have the journaling on one side and only one main cluster. But I want to create more than one cluster. If I do my title right here, and I do my journaling here, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Journaling will go here. I'll have my title cluster here, and I'm going to create a little cluster here, maybe with some of these items here. And that's my plan. So I'm going to play around with it now. I'm gonna use that right there, and this tag where I'm gonna write the date. I'm trying to cover that little trap space right there. Put some adhesive on it. Okay, I'm gonna keep this here. I need something else there. Maybe that's 2 trains. I don't want 2 trains there. Do I want a ticket? Ooh, look at that. I like that. And then maybe I could do this here. I'm not really liking that. I could put it here. Oh, I like that right there. Okay, so I have 2, 4, and then I'll put something else there. And I'm gonna need something for here. So what else do I have? And then I have these journaling cards, but I don't think I'm gonna use them. Except maybe I could layer it like that. I think I'm just gonna cut this out and place it on top. We had so many funny stories to share that it's a trip that we will never ever forget, ever. Okay, so I like that, but I still am gonna need something here besides the journaling. I think. All right, I got nothing else. Oh, let me see these puffy stickers. These are all the puffy stickers that I have. This is it. That's all I can find that would be easy to use, because I saw some at Walmart, but they had unicorns and llamas, and I'm like, really? Like, we have got to get over this unicorn and llama. Could you give us something that we could use? Like, I don't know. I like the cameras. I like the fruit. I like the dogs, the bicycles, food. Those are things that you can actually use in your layouts. But how many times are you going to use a llama or a unicorn? I don't know. I could use some hearts. Do I have any hearts here that I like? Okay, I have a blue heart. I have that word that says yay and a camera. So those might be a possibility. What about these? These came from no, this is a different one. This is Dapper. I don't know who made that, but it has about the same colors. Nope, nothing that I could use. I'll use a heart. I'll use this blue heart. Picture this. Let me get some blue enamel dots. Okay, looking for blue, looking for blue. Oh, I have those. And I have these. I'll use those. Okay, so I'm going to use the darker blue. Wherever you fall. And then one right there. Okay. Okay, so here is my finished page. I have my 3 pictures. I will do my journaling right here. And then I'll go on the computer and figure out the exact date. I'll come back next week because we are sheltering in place. And we are scrapping, quilting, making a huge mess, creating, staying sane. I hope you are safe. Wash your hands, stay home, and come back next week. Bye.